Hello and welcome to India Today. I am Sanjay Ponnappa.
And this is Maruti Acharya, and today we are here to review the latest Tamil film Madharaasi. We know we are late, but we did complete watching the film. Before getting into further details, Sanjay, how was your experience of watching the film?
It was fun. There are a lot of things to talk about in it, good, bad, all of that is there. But at the end of the day, was this action entertainer film entertaining? Yes.
If not for Vidyut Jammwal enjoying and going all out on screen, if not for Sivakarthikeyan trying his level best with the action sequence, and if not for the conviction, especially in the action portions of both the stunt team, the action team, and Murugadoss, especially for that portion, my god, this movie is much more than a mixed bag. Talking about the things that worked for me in the film, first thing, like I mentioned, action. Oh my god, there are some 3 to 4 set pieces in the film. Action sequences were beautifully choreographed, starting from the introduction one. There is a jailbreak sequence and the climax portion. Beautiful action set pieces, and everybody did really good. Sivakarthikeyan, see, we know Vidyut Jammwal is a crazy performer when it comes to action. Do more such roles also, again, that is also there. But yeah, Sivakarthikeyan really impressed me.
All our audiences know that I'm a sucker for action, but in this film, what I really liked, probably just as much as the action, is the love story that developed between Rukmini Vasanth and Sivakarthikeyan. Because, she is the anchor for everything Sivakarthikeyan is doing in the film.
Correct.
She is the one who invisibly just drawing a line or a road, creating a road for him to follow. Chemistry that developed between the two of them, I really like, because there is this whole factor of filling up a place left as a void, especially when a man is all alone without a family and all of it. That void, when somebody comes and fills it up,
Correct.
the kind of feeling that it creates is totally, beautiful. And that beauty does show on the screen. Solid, which is why the action and all the moves is actually, even the bad ones were digestible because of this.
It's sad that there are very few movies where hero and's character get really integrated smoothly and organically into the story. Madharaasi is one such film, except for that one interval. Yeah. Moving on, the other beautiful thing is how they have captured some important moments. Action, yes, but some love story also, some these grand visual songs. I think the way they have captured the film is something that I really liked, especially in the action portions. The tight close-ups to how they have. Again, I feel like the editing could have been a little better because the continuity issues were as clear as day. But the way they have captured those action sequences was really good.
Talking about the action, what the choreography, there are some sequences which could, which aren't good at all. But there are many sequences which are really good. I can name them as well. The climax sequence with Vidyut and Sivakarthikeyan's sequence where it's all animalistic and going wild. There is Vidyut Jammwal's hospital sequence.
Correct.
All these sequences were just amazing to see. The choreography was great. The performance was great. The intensity was built. The brute force, the acting, all of that was there. At the same time, there were all these other action sequences as well, where more than anything else, I felt like the camera work could have been a lot more better.
Okay.
Right? Editing and camera work going hand in hand should have worked much better, because there were these very awkward angles for an action set piece, and there were awkward cuts as well.
Correct.
For example, with KGF, a big criticism was like, why are all the action sequences so chopped up? Problem that I noticed in Madharaasi as well, where these repeated cuts were kind of hampering the whole choreography that is going on over there, and the awkward angles, probably to make it feel more immersive or whatever. I felt like that wasn't necessary. In Galipata, you have this whole sequence where they are chasing this boar through the forest. And there is this one shot of Yogaraj Bhatt where it is the boar's point of view and it's just running everywhere.
Correct.
As an audience with that point of view, I felt like in that setting I was that bored. So those sequences could have been technically handled better.
Yeah, but nevertheless, the action still lands in most of the places is because of the way they try to capture the blasts or the extravagant action portions in real. Like, if you see the behind the scenes video also, a lot of the explosions are real, a lot of the car chase movements are real. So that actually elevates in having that very real experience while watching the action sequence in an era where blue matte and green matte are the thing. That was really refreshing.
It always helps when you have actors like Vidyut Jammwal who can pull off all these stunts on their own, who don't need the extra, who probably doesn't even need harness for most of his stunts. Right? Honestly speaking, I felt like Vidyut should collaborate more with directors like this.
Correct.
Who know how to show him well.
Coming to the things that didn't work for me in the film, the story story itself, in a way, kind of didn't work for me. In the sense that the logics, starting from the way NIA has been shown, my god, starting from NIA, Biju Menon and his arc, the way Sivakarthikeyan, just basically the logical part of the story was not sitting well with me.
See, when we speak about logic, especially in films like this, it's not like we are asking for real life logics, real life sense, and all of it. Cinema sense is what is required for films like these, and cinema sense is always appreciated. This cinema sense is what all our superhero films, whatever is there in the sci-fi genre, thrives on.
Correct.
Right. That in mind, I felt like this whole film was dumbed down a lot. Take it NIA and what they are taking on this very important case. They are talking about gun culture. They are talking about all these integral parts and why it is so important. You can see how patriotic all these officers are. All of that is there. But they're also really highly trained officials.
Exactly.
This one random guy from an asylum is just coming up and beating everybody.
Correct.
Doesn't make sense. In terms of relationship and love as well, there are moments, the film, this non-linear storytelling pattern that everybody is talking about, in this non-linearness, it does build some mystique. What really happened? Why is Sivakarthikeyan's character left alone? And when we find out why, it seems so some high school love stories reason and
not high school,
not mature at all.
Correct.
And for the way, especially Rukmini's character is shown and built, she seems like an extremely mature person.
Correct.
Who's taking these big decisions. To take one such decision and that being the big reveal in this whole romantic angle was a bummer. So dumbing it down wasn't really necessary.
With the maturity with which they have handled themes is something that really surprised me. Take mental health, take security, take forces, and how, again, if you take Tupaki, it is the same director who executed missions with finesse, who's given importance to mission, characters. Even Dog gets to shine in that film. So it is really surprising / disappointing to see how A.R.Murugadoss, who made that film, is also making a film like Madharaasi.
When Tupaki came out, or even when Holiday came out for that matter, it seems like it was of that time. Right. The portrayal, the thinking, and the mass element added, and how the kind of acceptance that audience had back then, all of that, it kind of sat right with the time. But Madharaasi seems like it was a story written during that time but is made now.
Yeah, definitely.
Like I said, while it is definitely entertaining, it does not bore you. There have been a lot of other films which, Madharaasi is not one film.
Correct.
One such film this year which I feel like I hated watching.
Correct. It's not a disappointing film.
I enjoyed it. Very honestly speaking, I enjoyed the film. But at the same time, when you sit back and think about all these things, it does feel like it is a decade too late, especially when it comes to making. The story is definitely relevant even for today's time. There is a lot of things with minute tuning. It could have become relevant, absolutely relevant, but that is what.
Correct.
The makers also need to update themselves with time, and that kind of was evident in this film.
Yeah, and also Salambula was really entertaining. I liked watching that on big screen. Overall, what do you think about Madharaasi? Mention that in the comments below. Don't miss to check our other reviews and reactions also. We recently interviewed actor Teja Sarja for Mirai 12. The film is releasing this Friday as early as possible. The review and public reaction will be on the channel. Do not miss that also. Like, share and subscribe.
Yes. With that, I am Sanjay Ponappa.
And this is Maruti Acharya.
You're watching India Today.